Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can install and set up PyCharm on your Windows operating system. So let's get started and let's see how we can do it. So first of all, the prerequisite of installing PyCharm is that you need to have Python installed on your Windows operating system. So if you don't have Python and if you don't know how to install Python, I have already created a video about it and I will put the link of that video in the description so you can click on that link and watch the video on how to set up Python. So once you have Python installed, let's go ahead and install PyCharm. So for that, open your favorite browser and search for PyCharm. And the first link which will appear here will be from jetbrains.com/PyCharm. We are going to click on this link and straight away we see this kind of download button. We just need to accept all here and then click on this download button and then you have this .exe file. So I'm going to click on the download button once again, which is going to start the download of this exe file. So you can see this file is around 847 megabyte file, so it might take some time to download. And once this exe file is downloaded, we are going to click on this exe file and then let's minimize this browser. And now our PyCharm setup has been started. So at this point, we just need to click on the next button, and this will be the location where PyCharm will be installed. So this path looks like this. If you don't have the good reason to change this location, just leave it as default. Also, it says it's going to require around 3.2 gigabyte on your Windows operating system. So if you are okay with that, we can click on the next button. So I'm going to click on the next button here. And then you have all these installation options. So create a shortcut, update context menu, create .py association, and also add bin folder to path. So we are going to check all these checkboxes here and then click on next. And then at this point, you just need to click on install button, which is going to start the installation process of PyCharm. And once PyCharm is installed, I can see that PyCharm icon is also added to my desktop. And I can also find PyCharm using this search bar. So when I type PyCharm here, I can see this icon here. So using this icon, when I click on this icon, PyCharm will be opened. For now, let's complete this installation. So now it says completing the PyCharm setup, and also it gives us the option to start the PyCharm. So when I check on this checkbox which says run PyCharm, when we click on the finish button, it's going to launch the PyCharm IDE. So let's wait for that. So you can see PyCharm IDE is launching now. And now the first window you will see here will be the JetBrains user agreement. So you can read this agreement. And if you agree, just check this checkbox and then click on continue. And also data sharing. So if you want to share the data, you can click on send anonymous statistics. In my case, I'm going to just click on don't send. And in between, you might see some warnings. So you just need to click on allow buttons. So this is the interface for PyCharm. It's pretty different from the previous version of PyCharms, which I have installed previously. So now when the first time PyCharm opens on your Windows operating system, you will see the interface something like this. So we are going to create a new project. So I'm going to just click on this main menu icon here. And then from here, you will see all these options. So I'm going to hover over file option and then click on new project. And this will be the default location where your project will be located. And you can see it's pure Python project. So just select pure Python project if it's not already selected. And all the other options are already selected for you. So Python version, it will depend upon what version of Python you have on your local system. If you click on this drop down menu, you can see I have this 3.14 installed on my system. But if I want to download and install other versions, also I can just select this and then click on create, and it's going to download and install that version Python for me. So I'm going to just leave it as default, and then the interpreter type is the project virtual env here, right? So I'm going to click on create project, and it's going to create a new project for me. So now I can see this project has been created and there is this main.py file in my project, and this file contains this kind of code. So there will be a function which says print hi, and then we have this main entry point of our code where I'm calling this print hi with this argument. You don't need to know about all those things for now. We just need to run this Python script. So you will see this run main.py button here at the top. So I'm going to click on this, which is going to run this script, and it prints hi PyCharm. Hi comes from here, PyCharm comes from here. So everything is working fine. Now, if you want, you can also debug your code. So you just need to hover over the line where you want to add your breakpoints. So, for example, here and here, I just want to add the breakpoint. You just need to click on this red dot here, right? And then click on this debug button. And when I click on the debug button, I can see this kind of menu here, right? So I have this step over option or step into option and all the other options related to debugging. Let me click on step over, and here I can see the value of name. So variables and threads are listed here, and the name variable contains the value PyCharm right now, right? And then when I step over once again, I will be able to see all the other special uh, variables here. And then when I step over again, I come out of my program and it prints hello PyCharm here, right? So you also have this debug menu here, and then you also can open the terminal. So when you hover over terminal, it's going to open the default terminal for you. So right now it opens PowerShell for me on Windows, but I can click on this drop down menu, and from here you can see the available options. So I can either open PowerShell, command prompt, or any other SSH session which is configured on your Windows operating system. I can open that also, right? And from here itself, I can run my Python script or run some commands which I want. You also have the version control system. Right now, I don't have this configured, but you can also configure this. You will also see some problems. So if your program contains some problem, then it's going to show you here, right? So for example, I'm going to just write print here without anything, and you can see that this code is not complete, right? So at this point, I can see one problem here. Statement seems to have no effect and can be replaced with a function called to have effect. And it's at line 15, right? So when I run this script, it gives me the output, but this doesn't have any effect. And that is the problem I see here. And when I hover over this, I can see some kind of options which are available for print function, and I can see how it works. And based on that, I can decide, right? I can just type some random keywords here, and once again, you will see the problem here, unresolved reference, right? So in this way, you will see the problems in the problems section. Also, PyCharm has introduced this new AI chat option. So you can start with the JetBrains account. And once you have created the JetBrains account, you can use this AI chat option, right? So when I click on use JetBrains, it's going to ask you to create JetBrains account. And once you have created this JetBrains account, then you will be able to use this AI chat option, right? For now, I don't want to use it, but it's the really good option which will help you to create your script or modify your script or get help on the project on which you are working on. You also have the databases sections. So I think that's it. for this video. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video.